Hey guys, welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Jamie. This will be a reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I'm going to just let the Oracle pull the situation. We'll clarify everything with the Tarot. There are some rules here, of course. If the reading doesn't resonate, just discard it. Only take readings that make sense with your life. All the information to book a personal is in the description below. And I also offer a membership. If you're interested in that, you can hit join. So. If I didn't mention gender, there is no gender. King, queen, emperor, empress. It doesn't really matter. It's all about the personality that I'm describing here, so you'll know who we're talking about. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. My brain is all over the place. Okay. That's kind of a lot, but it's too much. So the overall energy here is the Ace of Cups. We have the Lovers, Gemini energy, the Two of Swords, the Nine of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, the Six of Wands. The World is after that too, so I'm going to pull it. Because we have moving, crying over you, sad, upset, or hurt. We have stalking and chemistry. What's interesting is I still don't feel necessarily like for everyone that this is romantic. Because I just feel like there's situations, like I don't even feel like for some of you that this is just one person, right? I think that there are people who you've just cut off, and I think really just cut off. They don't know how to contact you, maybe via phone or something, and maybe you've blocked them on your socials or something, so they're just observing. But, it's intrusive because you don't want to talk to this person. For some of you, it's like the whole damn family, and there are a couple of family members that just still try to have something to do with you. Because I feel like whatever the situation is, it's like you took an opportunity. And I feel like here it was kind of like choosing yourself over, certain connections. You just, feeling like if the chemistry is there, it's good. If they're like in the same vibration as me, that's fine. But anybody else who isn't, I feel like really just got cut the hell off with the Two of Swords in the World. So there are certain people trying to figure out where you're at and what you're doing. Some people are really hurt over this. But at the same time, I feel like you know this is what you need. There's like I don't know, like a strange element to whoever this person is or people where they feel some type of way. I think that you're moving on from them or, changing your life in some type of way. Kind of getting that for some of you, this is your parents or something like that. Justice, the Empress, Strength, Libra, Taurus, Leo energy. Yeah, for some of you, just like, I think that this could be like a holiday situation. Like, let's say this is your mom, right? And you love your mom. But she's controlling as hell. She just, maybe is always trying to watch what you're doing, is always in your business, and is upset that, like, you've kind of like either moved out of the house or kind of like moved away from her to go just do your own life here. I'm kind of, I'm saying a mom because the Empress is here, but it doesn't have to be that. This could be, somebody's ex, of course. Somebody doesn't question if they're doing the right thing, though. Somebody knows they're doing the right thing, that, whatever they're doing takes some courage. But I feel like, they really do, whoever this Empress is, the energy is very, like, overwhelming. It's very, like, overpowering. They, I think, like to control situations. And I think that they also may hurt people and not be super aware of it. They may not really understand their own ego or something here. For others of you, this is a friend, an ex, whatever it is. The problem here is that you feel justified in your behavior of going no contact with someone. And maybe this resonates in the reverse. Maybe this is a cross-watcher reading. Because somebody is controlling. They're just too hands-on in somebody else's life. And I think maybe I'm just clearing that up for somebody here. Why stalking? King of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Three of Swords. For some of you, yeah, I mean, I guess they're just watching you move on. Some of you literally just move. I don't know. I just keep pulling that this is like somebody's more like familial energy. Like maybe you guys come from like a very controlling, maybe borderline, like literally borderline or like narcissistic mother. Like I'm a borderline mom. I'm pretty controlling. It's a problem. I don't mean to be controlling. I just literally am terrified of losing a connection with a child or some bullshit, but that's the devil, right? Like sometimes that would make that happen. So I feel like something is like that here where somebody feels like separating themselves maybe from a family friend or ex-lover is just absolutely necessary in their life in order to really flourish. For some of you, this is an ex-lover, though, and the problem was that, like, the attachment was toxic. And maybe they made it seem like they didn't fucking need you for shit, I mean that literally. Those are like the words that were coming to my head. Like somebody looked like, just acted like they really didn't need you for nothing. But lo and behold, like, now they're all upset because you've decided, okay, then I'll take my chances. I'll just move out and, go see, just go live my best life. And now somebody's really hung up over you. But I feel like something that, it's like, something here that you feel like you don't have, like your hands are tied, you don't have a choice but to move away from somebody, a whole unit, a group. I'm tired of trying to make it a specific story for anyone, but I feel like there are some toxic people in your life, and you've kind of learned that you can't change people. And that the best thing that you can do is be the catalyst for the change, be the one who refuses to enable the behavior or to deal with the bullshit, right? And I feel like that is some solid advice, but I mean, I feel like this is, maybe being reflectory to kind of look at it from the other observation. I mean, are you just calling someone else toxic and pointing your fingers? The whole family is toxic, and so I'm cutting everybody off, and I'm going over here, and I'm going to do things. Are you not being toxic then? Because it's not for all of you. Some of you, like, these are really, really abusive people. But for some of you, it's like you just don't want to be held accountable around family, or like, you could feel like somebody's controlling because they, maybe don't just fall into some fantasy line. I feel like I'm reading for several different people. Like, if you're younger and you feel like you're just going to cut your whole family off, good luck. That life is really not fun. It's expensive. Some of you are not looking at your own like way of dealing with things here, or the devil wouldn't even pop out. Because some of you might have done this in a way where, like, the other person doesn't fully understand. Like, you may think that this person is capable of understanding that it was their behavior that got you to step away. But if they're not a self-aware person, like, let's say that they have actual, like, pathological tendencies, that means that they're not aware of who they are. They literally don't understand why you're cutting them off. So why the fuck would they make a change when they don't even know what it is? And I've seen, you see this shit happen all the time, where someone thinks they're teaching somebody a hard-ass lesson and they're not. They're actually just hurting someone because the person doesn't understand in order to take the lesson. Some of you, I'm clarifying why this is happening. And of course, I'm not telling anybody not to step away from people that they deem toxic in their life, at least for periods of time. I'm just saying, like, if you are going to do it, to protect your peace, you're going to have to do some healing too. Nobody is going to come out of situations like this where they don't have traits themselves, because it kind of looks like running. That's what I would call it. I feel like other people would say, well, I'm protecting my energy. But I don't feel like somebody, like, confronted a person or, like, tried to have, like, a legit conversation or, like, make someone understand where they were coming from. They're just like, oh, I'll teach this bitch. I don't think so, though. I think instead somebody's just trying to figure out what the hell is going on. They actually don't understand. I feel like that's a message for some of you here, where you think you're teaching someone a lesson, but you're actually just making life harder on yourself for no fucking reason. Because they're not capable of understanding, What is the advice here? I'm kind of getting that I'm not really reading for Cancer. I'm kind of getting that I'm reading for somebody who's, like, either a Libra, a Taurus, or a Capricorn, and they have, like, a Cancer moon or something like that. And, like, yeah, the Ten of Swords, Temperance in the reverse, the Five of Wands, the Four of Pentacles at the bottom. Again, I feel like I'm warning some people that, like, they're not understanding what they're actually doing here. If the other person doesn't understand why you're stepping away, they're actually, like, terrified. For others of you, I just feel like, I don't like to see these cards in advice, because it's kind of saying in order for the discourse to end, there would have to at least be some type of conflict or something. I feel like somebody's mad that somebody else is very controlling, and they don't understand how controlling they are when they decided they would control an entire conversation by just shutting the other motherfucker out, who doesn't actually understand what's going on and is actually hurt. I don't know which side of that you fall on, but the advice here is, no matter what side, is to mentalize, to think about the other person, and if they're actually fully capable of understanding why you're going no contact, what it might actually do to them if they didn't understand, you know, and is it actually helping you in any kind of way if they don't understand, if they're not learning, and all you're doing is running away from the problem? It really depends on whatever side you're on here. But I feel like both parties are having a hard time with the situation, and it really all comes down to ego and pride. So I feel like there's still some shadow work that has to be done with the family or an ex. You know, there's just something there where it's like maybe you're not recognizing that, like, if you're on one side that you're a runner, and on the other side you're just trying to control things. Life is kind of about going with the flow. It's hard to not know how something is going, to not be in control. But when it comes to other people, you'll have to understand that you never fucking are, baby. You really never are. You're only in control of yourself. Okay, bye.